Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in the Planet Crafter game with the Toxicity DLC. We are going to be expanding our heating capacities. I guess we haven't really tried to expand much of any of our terraforming, so it shouldn't be a surprise that that needs to be expanded too. So let us consider what we need to make that work. Well, we need to get 2 iridium and an explosive powder for each one. So the explosive powder is going to take one of each of these and 2 for each one. So we're going to make 4 of them. So this is pretty heavily iridium dependent, so that's not surprising. Tree and well, that's not what I told you to do. Get out of there. I think it only needed 1, right? No, double down. What is nice is it didn't do that heavily into these. But I think we are still gonna have to break up one of them. So there's supposed to be 1 more, so I'm probably standing on a piece, right? Yep. Okay, that should do it for this. I need 1 more, I think. Put that in my pocket. Okay. Let's eat one of our green. I'll eat a turnip. We got plenty of them. Okay, so where do we want our heating stuff to be done? We have power over there. You can see it from here. Heating, I guess we could put it on the other side of this rock. The thing is, we don't actually have... so just like the other one, we are going to get what we need to put one of those machine things next to it too. So we should make a little platform up to it and set them on it. How big are they? As you can see, they are reasonably sizable. But like, if you kind of set up a setup that you like, you can always modularly add to it. So do I have enough to expand this out more? I suppose so. I should be able to drink from this, right? The game seems to think otherwise. So that gave me materials I don't specifically need, but I mean, it also gave me iron, which will work. Fortunately, we can head back to our base very shortly. So we shouldn't have a water issue in the end, just... Did I not bring enough super alloy? I sure did not. Okay. Understood. Mission failed successfully. It's fine. That means that maybe I'll actually put down 2 more. We'll see. So we can drop off the extra other materials that we picked up that we don't currently need. So you would need 2 more. We would also need the explosive powder. So we wanted 2 more actually. Let's get the right number of things for what we were building. Blam blam. Let us make sure we have enough of the super alloy. We need another 9 in our pocket. We've got 3 here. We've got... So that's 7, 8, 9. We're going to need 2 more rods. Blam, blam. Okay, that should do, and that should do. Put some beans in our pocket, put a water bottle or 2 in our pocket. I think 1's fine. And I didn't bring the iron to do with that. Okay. Well, that will work again. Look at that. I knew I'd clean up the scrap someday. go. That should basically pole vault the heating up just a absolute ton. Let us go back and drop this stuff off. And then we're gonna start taking a tour around the world and cleaning up some stuff soon. Because we have all of those ore gathering spots, but we need to actually go around to them to pick up the ores that they're giving us, so we're gonna have to take a bit of a world tour to make that work. I suppose another thing we could do is speed up the air purification. That's another aspect we could do. Because we only have one of them out there right now. I don't think we quite have the plastic on the ground in here to put out much more going on, but we can look at what's going on. So let's slam some of this together. Yeah, we need more toxin. Let's get this in our pocket. So we can put one out there with that. We have 2 more of the gels. And 2 little pieces of tungsten. Cool beans. At least it's cheap in tungsten. We'll slam some more water up in the storage while we go. If we can actually figure out how stairs work. Would be pretty helpful. We'll keep 1 in our pocket. We will drop this toxin off that we were carrying for some reason. We'll eat another turnip. Nom 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 nom. And we are going to go on a journey. We are going to bring the materials to build 1 of the level 2 ore things, because we want to find more of the special slots. So we are going to have to go on a bit of a tour anyway, so. Well, which spot do we want to grab first? Zeolite's all by its lonesome. Let's grab zeolite. Which is very ironic considering I found this little bit of zeolite along the way. But every now and then we're gonna have to like slam down this ore extractor in places and just see what it offers us. Like right here could be zeolite, we don't have to go all the way to the back. So that's good to know. We could move it if we wanted to. I mean, honestly, we already have pretty much enough to justify it anyway, so. And I do want to bring back more goo for plastic, so it's not like it's gonna go to waste. So let's slam it full of goo. Let us actually pick this up and move it. Because we know a closer place it would work. Just seems like a reasonable thing to do. So then we gotta figure out how close it can be before it stops working the way we want it to. So this doesn't work. Does this work? This does work. Well, we'll build it a hut next time. We don't actually have the storage for it currently. Well, actually, we are so close we might as well just do it. Give me... That'll certainly work. Find anything yet? You sure didn't. That's fine. Okay. Fair enough. So there was a spot I did want to check over here. See if it had anything. Because, like, if the front here is zeolite, there was a spot that I did find osmium. That was all the way in the back here. I think we already tried it, but I am gonna look at it again. That's not even the right spot. Nuts. Guess it was over here then. I was looking for some water. No. Where was that little spot? Well, let's try right here at least. Nope. There was a little hollow that let's see what is going on back here. iron here. If I come all the way back here, are you something fancy? Not seeming like it. That's unfortunate. So what I remember is that behind one of these trees there actually was a spot with osmium that was secretish. And that's where I was thinking I would find the osmium spot to be. Is this it? Nope. Son of a gun, because this should be the spot I was thinking of actually. It just didn't do what I wanted. Alright. I guess it is also really close to this other one, so... Guess it makes sense it wouldn't be that easy, huh? I suspect this is going to be uranium right here because we find uranium around here. But let's see. Nope. We did actually find uranium in a place though, even if it wasn't here. Yeah, I know my oxygen level is low, blah 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 blah. Let's go drop our stuff that we've gotten so far off. So even if we haven't found where we want to go, we're still going to keep looking. Let's drop off the zeolites. Let's drop all this in our to-go box. Let's come sort out the truck. That was a pretty good haul on zeolite, though. Can't complain about that. Alright, let us consider now what we want to do. So as you can see, heat's going up quite quickly. So is biomass, actually. Purification is going up steadily. So if we wanted to get the tier 3, we would just have to pump in a bunch more drills and just let them do their thing, which is something we will end up doing. So don't be worried about that. Let's clear the truck and pick it up. Yep. Let's grab our to-go box and keep moving. At the very least, this will give us a bunch more stuff to build with. So next we're gonna head out this way. We know where the iridium is. That's something we've already solved. What we have to poke around for is other things. We could get iridium as closely as that, so maybe we want to move it. But let's first sort out what this has going on. So we can tear that down and we can move it over there. There's no particular reason to move farther than you need to. Let's in fact see if this is fine. This is, that would be really convenient actually. It sure is fine. So now we can go pick up what's useful in that box. Yeah, we can't actually do anything with that for a little bit. Oh, actually, are we part of the way towards insects? Are larvae gonna start spawning? That would be convenient. I haven't seen any sign of them so far. Well, I'll build a little shelter for it after I drop this iridium off, I guess. I'm just glad we found a better spot. Just fix things one at a time, you know? Uh, 10%? Yep. And I don't have enough for the door. That's moderately annoying, but that's my own fault. Okay, slap that in. We'll empty it one more time into there. At least anything that I currently don't need. We're gonna slowly mosey our way back to the tungsten one and grab that. Well, titanium is back here, very interesting. But you don't have to go out of your way to find titanium. You can literally find it anywhere. But there are places where you can find it more commonly. So that just speeds up how quickly it finds it. Like, if it can't get anything better, it'll always find iron more than anything else. So iron is always on the table, basically. what's going on here? Just a whole bunch of this. Cool beans. Let's drop our vehicle off. Let's slap our tungsten in. We do have some pulsar. And as you can see, it is considerably better. So we may end up upgrading to it. Where do we want to go to try? I guess we could wander around and get some stuff. I guess I didn't check everywhere here for tungsten anyway. We could also open up a few treasure chests and get what they have in them. We want a lerma seed, and that is true. That's not too shabby. Let's drop that off. Let's come drink a little bit. If it'll let me. This one might not be a drinkable one. That sucks. I do have a bottle on me, that's fine. Just not exactly what I wanted. We're basically gonna fill our pockets with useful stuff from treasure chests and come back, because we do need many things. Just a bunch of seeds. Did I have this one? I might not have had that seed actually. Yeah, no, the main reason for opening chests at this point is because we need the blueprints that are inside. To be honest, they are very rarely inside of treasure chests. Like this. I mean, the other stuff is also nice. Yeah, I guess that'll do it for here. Let's just empty this out one more time so that it has more space to work with. Even if we can't carry all of it. Or at least we have to start picking what we carry. We can definitely carry all of that, but... But yeah, I know we're pretty full up otherwise, so let's return and fix that inventory. Then we can mosey back to the start and get sulfur. So all the way back here could be tungsten 2. Like, the area for these is usually pretty decently sized, as you can see. Some of these we can drink from and some of them we can't. Oh, you know what it is? These ones maybe we can't. Maybe the ones that look like frog ponds. Bet that's it. Yeah, see, even if we don't bring it back, I put it out of the storage so it'll have more space to get stuff, so... Yeah, let's call it back. Start sorting our way through this. Okay, so let's put the ones we're bringing with us away. And anything else can just go into its own sections. Honestly, those three can kind of share. Okay. No, actually we had some of these. I guess I'm crazy. Alright, level 3 agility boots. That sounds good to me. What does that entail? I need an explosive powder, so that's going to be iridium into sulfur. Bam. What else did that want? It wanted 2 super alloy. Easy peasy. Maybe. Okay, yeah, there they are. So that'll just make me faster. Oh, our pockets are full of food. And water now. So we are going to need viruses to turn tungsten into rods, so we are going to want to drop off, I guess, water. Put the rest of the tungsten in my pocket, drop off the turnips. Yep, that just makes space. So we put out 8 purification rockets. 2 seed spreaders, so we should probably put out a bunch more seed spreaders if we can. So we can definitely do another tungsten rod. So let's blam that together. So this Lerma seed we want to use with a mutagen and a bark, right? Let's figure out where we put... Do we have extra bark over here? I know we put something somewhere. Yep. Mutagen I did put away up here for some reason. We can get that making that tree. Alright, so we're gonna make more bio nuggets. Need some silicon. And our bottleneck was water, so let's put some more in our pocket. I think we need more mushrooms too. Okay, as for eggplants, blam, blam, blam. Speaking of eggplants, we're gonna need a bunch of sulfur. So 6 pieces of sulfur, which we may not actually have enough. Oh, we do. And we're gonna need a bunch of algae, right? Then we're gonna need some of what's going on here with the methane. Okay. So that lets us make 4 of them, right? Blam. Okay. So now where do we want to go? Let's go up and look at our crystals. We've got enough for 10. So that would be 2 sets. That. And actually really cheap. I think they only need a little bit of super alloy. Yep, so we only need 8 pieces altogether. Of which we seem to have 5 in there. 1 right here. So we only need to make 2 of them. So I won't immediately get rid of what's there, but I will eventually do so. Because when you get enough of these pulsar crystals, there's no need for the uranium ones at all. You'll see. These things are actually not very big compared to the other stuff, so we're not going to need power for quite a while. Did this finish? It sure did. Okay. With that in mind, we want to put another one over there. We need some of the stuff we just built. Blam. 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 And one more super alloy, which we're gonna have to construct. What else are we going to want to do over there? Well, we'll probably end up gathering more algae, I guess. Let us sort that out. We can have ourselves a nibble as well. We're gonna actually move that other tree seed if it doesn't show any sign of having trees inside of it. As I put it there so we'd be able to see it grow, but if it ain't growing, it ain't growing. It's like this one's growing and that one's growing, but this one is a little bit not growing. Even though it says it is, so. We're gonna actually tear this down and move it. That's all, just move. It doesn't matter which one is which because we are going to put them both down. And we will eventually upgrade them all to level 2 as well. Because we're on our way to learning on that one. Yeah, we didn't end up hooking up algae. I kind of forgot. That's okay, we actually have plenty still. do? We want to make more of the seed rockets for sure, but we also wanted to make more plant rockets. So this one's not too bad. It is going to use a fair bit of super alloy, but we can construct that. Plant rockets we need lerma seeds for, which are a current problem. Eventually we can make them, we just can't yet. So we're not going to be doing that one, unfortunately. Fair enough. But seed rockets we could do like 4 more without any trouble at all. Well, no real trouble. We still have to put them together. So we're gonna need more methane, which I used all of. Hopefully we've made a little bit more. Yeah, we did. If we can figure out how stairs work, that would be great. Curious, can we slam that in there? Yep, that's cobalt. And sulfur. Yep, we're gonna need more sulfur. Not immediately, but we do plan to go over there anyway, so it is on the table. Okay, that's part of it. Let's go get the tree barks we need. We need 4, I believe. And we need a bunch of super alloy. I think we need 8. No, silicone's becoming a bit of a bottleneck, but we can go out and get as much of anything we need. Bam, that's part of it. Let's do another round. Okay, we'll put all the stuff in our pocket and we'll go launch our rockets up into the stratosphere. Helps a lot if we put our rockets in our pocket too, doesn't it? Goodbye! Show us the universe. Fill it with seeds. Farewell! Sayonara! Goodbye! Let's take the water upstairs. Blam, put one in our pocket. We're gonna go poke around again and look for more options for that to be at. We will eventually find more good places for things to be. We can but believe, you know. I can't imagine we need more food than that. I think we're fine. What does this spot give us? Okay. We are significantly faster than this train now. Yeah, these asteroids aren't going to do anything but just be really green, which is funny. I think it's funny as you can even see it here all the way into the cave. But you'd think you wouldn't be able to see it because of it being all the way out there. But I mean, I'm gonna start poking around in these looking for treasure. Kinda wish the green would settle out though. It's funny, but it's not helpful. Yeah, we're just gonna poke our way through this and look for, like, the rare stuff. And we'll probably eventually come through to clean it up, but I don't want to fill my inventory completely full of that stuff right now. also didn't check to see if we could grow anything from the ore in this cave, so I guess we should see if that is the case. Maybe that's a bad spot to even check. Nope. Well, that's the place we know about. So let's slam our vehicle down. So we can mosey around here and look at some treasure. Oh, osmium's quite nice. And technically we can just go in and drop it off over there if we want to make it easier, because that is pretty close to the way out. Look at that, we got monies. That's our first monies. Oh, we're gonna head in and look for a little bit more treasure. Now look at you just having a jetpack and a super alloy in you. Such a randomly small amount. You'd think you'd find more, but you kind of just don't sometimes. There's also a chance that there is also underwater stuff going on. Doesn't really seem like it though. Like the first map totally hid a lot of stuff underwater. Alright. Understood. I didn't actually realize there was a path on there. Okay, now we can actually go through and sort what we want to bring back or not. Do I have a silicone kicking around? Because I can place one of these down. Oh good, we unlocked fences. That's what we were missing in our life. Okay, let's start organizing stuff in terms of what is most valuable for us to return with. Osmium for sure. Take a lerma seed. All these rods. Zeolite we have a whole bunch of now. These are kind of annoying to make. Probably want to bring these back. What do we not specifically need as it is currently? Zeolite, I guess, is what I determined. Since sulfur is just an ingredient of some of this stuff, I'm gonna bring the stuff that it fuses into over it, if that makes sense. Like, we will come back for sulfur, but it's more important that it just not be clogging the machine than that it come back with us right now. Speaking of that, let's just empty stuff out of this again. That'll probably do. Okay, we're good. We're gonna do a quick pass of the area and try to put this down in a few places, but I don't actually expect to find anything over here because none of these areas seem very different to me, if that makes sense. Everywhere around here is probably just going to be sulfur. And I don't expect this to be anything but just the normal iron nonsense. Oh, this is actually a spot for sulfur too. That's interesting. Probably this is all sulfur. Oh, we're totally full up. Let's return. We certainly tried over here. I think we're in trouble, actually. But on a positive note, we are dying on the road, so getting our stuff will be super easy. Where's it gonna put us? Yep, I figured. Let's make sure we stock up. Well, that was my bad. Ironically, though, this is part of the way back. I forgot to refill up on air before I returned. That was all that happened. Yeah, by the time I noticed that it was so low, there was no chance of getting to any of the places that I could have gone, so... Oh well. 22%. It did accelerate quite a bit with that. We're gonna slap down a bunch of drills next. Let's organize what we have going on first. The world just turned blue. Does sound like something's coming in. This might be something cool. Eat a turnip and go looking. Sulfur. That's a sulfur rocket. Maybe it's not just sulfur though. But I definitely see sulfur in here. Well, that was fun. It also drops us osmium. There we go. Are they still landing? So yeah, these are one of the better of the late game ones. They drop osmium and sulfur, which is actually pretty nice. Let's see if it's a little bit easier to get around this now. And maybe if I squint it's easier. There is definitely a sulfur trapped under there. Let's pop our nose in and drop off what we found. Where else they might have landed, because I just followed the ones I heard hit the ground. I don't see any pieces over here or anything glowing like osmium, so I'm gonna guess maybe not. Because osmium has its own unique glow. It would, of course, make it hard to get the one piece I can see. Definitely has one, huh? Oh, did you finally disappear? had to get silicone anyway. We are running criminally low on it. I think we actually cleaned this one up pretty good. Well, that would be pretty good. So that's another one of the rarer treasures that we've been looking for is the fuses, because they multiply the machines that do it. So that's another reason why I tend to put all the machines in the same general area. It's because you want them nearby if you find a fuse to make them work better. But yes, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna take a couple minute break. I'll catch you all in a few moments. Bye bye for now.